Spa, a track that needs no introduction, fast, flowing and unforgiving, from the uphill climb through Eau Rouge and Radion to the long drag down the Kemmel Straight. This is where the brave make their move and the cautious get left behind. It's a track that punishes mistakes, rewards commitment and never fails to produce chaos when the grid is stacked. And today the challenge comes in the form of the Proto-H machines. Raw speed, precision and no room for error. Time to strap in, fire up and see what Belgium has in store. Coming down the Kemmel Straight absolutely flat out. As you can see, I'm in P16. It was P17 a second ago, so I can presume just had someone quit the race. Braking at the 100-meter board down to second gear, rubbing the curb on the right, onto the curb on the left and catching up to the little wolf pack of cars we have in front. All manner of chaos is kicking off as one car goes and meets the barrier in quite a brutal fashion. Surprisingly enough though, they managed to control it and actually bring it back round facing the right direction, so not too far behind. Another victim has been claimed in this race, so we've made a few places up to now. We're in front of E-Dubs 7093. We need to catch up to WS and a load of numbers. There must mean something to somebody. Braking down to second gear here, going round the curb on the right, onto the curb on the left and start powering out of this corner. This car is tuned up quite uniquely. I have quite a lot of downforce on the front and I'll say about half downforce on the rear. Yes, this track has a lot of straights, well, one or two give or take, but this straight on this back section here is one I've got to be most mindful of, and it's the one I want to actually be able to take pretty much flat out. Coming around here on the left, there we are, foot to the floorboard and actually taking it flat out. It really does save you a load of time whilst I brake into the section and get rear-ended by the cars behind. May have braked a little bit too early, forgetting how good the brakes are on this car. Coming up for lap 2, again 2 places again, we're in P12. Braking at the 100 board here, down to first gear, turning in, got to be mindful when and how we're putting that power back on, a bit tail happy, and out the other side we go. Yeah, coming out that corner, putting the throttle on, it's a risk it or lose it kind of scenario. Just risk it. Coming up here now and totally butchering up that section there. Going off track and thankfully no penalty was awarded. I would like to add I did heavily bribe the stewards due to the last situation we had in the previous race. So we're going to be let off with quite a few penalties in this race, and honestly I just don't understand how actually I got away with some of them, but we're going to go on to that later on. Coming up in front, WS and fell asleep on the numpad of the keyboard has 1 second penalty. May well be due to that ghosted car passed a moment ago, or they went off track. Kind of hard to go off track there. Anyway, this part is dicey. Don't ever go off track there. I got away with it, but 9 times out of 10 you really don't. That corner there and this corner here is penalty central, I call them, where no matter what, even if you usually lose a mountain of time, it just wants to hammer you for no reason anyway, so just stay away from that outer edges there. We are 4.1 seconds away from numpad up in front, and we really need to start reeling them in. I am running medium tyres. I was tempted to go hard because it is a 20-minute race, and I didn't think they would last, so I aired on the side of caution, shall we say, and went medium, and I'm going to go halfway through the race and go for another set of mediums. 4.2 still away from the car in front. E-Dubs behind is 2.7 seconds away. Come around here, almost flat out there. I sort of bottled it a little bit and I've got to stop bottling it ever so much. Braking between the two signs there, down to first gear, turning in. Actually really awful. What was that car doing? You see that car to the left? I guess they thought they might jump it, I don't know. Either way, talking about slow speeds in this car, there's a lot of understeer, so you have to bear that in mind when you're going quite slow in this car. There's nothing pushing those front tyres to the ground. It's kind of feels clumsy, is the best way to put it. Again, it could be the way I've tuned this car up, but we're going to come to the corner I most excel at, and that is this one here. I excel so well that I know now not how to crash it whilst I'm falling off. Honestly, that corner is really just something I massively struggle with, and I just got so used to crashing on it I can actually recover quite well now, which is a miracle, shall we say, because again I got no penalty for going off track, and I actually think I may have been semi-secure on my time. May have lost a 10th, may have gained a 10th, but seriously, I did not lose enough that I usually do when I crash. Bundy has quit the race. We're up to P9, which is great news. Sadly, though, WS numpad up in front is 7 seconds away, so I lost 4 seconds on him, which is really not great. Not great whatsoever. Then again, though, they could also be on soft tyres, and I'll start reeling them in the latter part of the race. Who knows? Anybody's game at the moment. We're only, what, just over a third of the way through. Lap 3 out of 9. So we're doing okay-ish. Ahmed behind is slowly catching us up, which is getting me on edge ever so slightly. Last thing we want to do is lose this position and end up on P10. Coming down this back straight, absolutely flat out, bring it over to the right and then hang it on the left. There we go. There's a slight dip. You see the slight dip? A little bit of bottle again, and I've got to stop it. Got to stop it. Breaking down the first gear here, letting the car rotate itself round, and then powering on the throttle ever so gently. Try and maximize the traction and maximize the power leaving that corner. It really is quite difficult because, like this corner here, you're not straight. You're putting on the power on as early as possible, and a slip like that, just about right. Get a great send down here, coming up to my excellable corner, and there you go. And guess what? No penalty. Oh, stewards, that bribe of chocolate biscuits really worked. Coming up here on the left hand side, 100 board, braking down to second gear, turning in and trying to maximize as much of the track as you can, while trying to keep away from Ahmed behind, who's found another second on me. 0.9 seconds away at the moment. Now, I am curious whether they are on soft, well, not going to be on soft tyres, they're going to be on medium or hards. And that will determine our final standing in the race, because if they're on hard tyres, they may well start to fall off towards the latter part of the race. And if they're on medium tyres, I may not be able to defend long enough. Blimey, that was close to the track limits. I may not be able to defend long enough to hold on to this position. I mean, P8 is 7.2 seconds away still. We have actually not lost any more time from them, which is absolutely brilliant news. So we're starting to set a reasonable pace at the moment. Is a 2:11 a fast lap time here in the Proto-H cars? I don't know. It's hard to judge. You're going to have to look at the end of the race. But thankfully, car behind has a friend to play with. And if them two are going to be battling each other, it's going to give me the time to be able to get away. So getting that power down, turning in. Look at that. Oh, bottled it. Bottled it. I saw that curb coming in and I was like, oh, don't want to be getting a penalty. And coming through here now, should have braked a little bit more down to first gear. Bit clumsy through there, and out the other side we go, trying to get that power on as early as possible. Those cars behind are Porsches. Well, the one behind me is a Porsche anyway. Love that car. It's the first car I chose to do the 24-hour Le Mans in this game. Oh, hello. Getting ran from behind, car gets flung out the pits. Thank golly for the ghosting system. I kid you not. That could have ended totally different. I wish they would fix that. Coming through here, making it! Woo! Go me! And out the other side we go. Actually, I'm impressed. Oh dear me. Heading back to what I was saying, I did the 24-hour endurance race, which is 1 hour in game at Le Mans in that Porsche behind. Thankfully, I moved out of the way then. I was going to get rear-ended. Oh no, they've just taken a shortcut. 6.9 seconds worth of penalties that car has just gained. Well, about 3 seconds from cutting that corner. Wow, that was totally worth it. I messed that up by getting distracted. For the third time, back to where that Porsche I did the 24-hour Le Mans in that car did me proud. It was an epic race. So I'm going to leave a card at the top right. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure you go and watch it. Right, we are losing to that car up in front. I'm not going to even trip Sinet, something like that, 1626. We still have Ahmed behind, 0.6 seconds away. We are coming up to the end of lap 5. Tyres are looking okay-ish, but I'm tempted to go into the pits at the end of this lap and jump onto a set of soft tyres. These tyres still have grip left, and we can possibly make them last another lap. But I think we will excel now if we get onto soft tyres and push far harder than we are at the moment. We'll try and claw back a little bit of time and get away from Ahmed behind. And actually hopefully try and catch up and gain P6 from the car up in front. That'll be good news. I mean, they've pitted already, so they're going to be on soft medium tyres, aren't they? I'm going to be about 20 seconds behind them, 30 seconds behind them. And I'm getting pushed into the pits by Ahmed. Charming. Anyway, I'd like to take a moment back to thank our channel members, which are Jeffrey Anderson, Andy Good, Sigmatic, Daniel Adams, AK47, and Spectral Rain. Thank you guys ever so much for supporting the channel. And if you'd like your name up on the leaderboard, hit that join button down below. Look at these guys working their butts off. 2.714 seconds. And I think the Porsche beat me out of the pits. I was in front of them when I entered the pits. That is not fair. They're going to get a strongly worded letter sent to them. Coming out of the pits, a bit of chaos as the Porsche's on maximum throttle, I believe, coming out of that corner. And the way it throws you out really does sting you. But I'm going to let the Porsche get going. I'm just going to sit back, relax, and start chasing them down. I'm a better chaser than I am a leader. So hopefully, giving them a bit of pressure from behind will force a mistake. Or just have to overtake them in the final lap, if possible. Breaking it down here now into second gear, over the curb on the right, over the curb on the left. Tyres are starting to get a bit of temperature back in them, so hopefully we'll be able to start gripping a lot more. Especially when you come out of the pits, you do notice the tyres are a little bit soft and not so grippy. Soft is the wrong term for it. Cold, but they're not technically cold. I don't know. The crap anyway. Give them a bit of rub off and they start working a lot better. Catching up to Ahmed up in front, 0.5 seconds away. A bit sketchy into this corner, but full throttle out of the other side. A bit of smoke kicked up from the car in front. And we'll be braking as the curb starts on the left hand side. Down to second gear. Want to hit the curb on the right. Bounce it onto the curb onto the left and start full throttling all the way out there. Bring it back over to the left, braking down the second gear, kiss that curb on the right, start powering on. You can use so much of this green pad on the left hand side. It is brilliant. Is it green, blue, or turquoise? Let me know down in the comments below. But we are right up behind Ahmed now, and 0.3 seconds away looks like an age away. But we are doing almost 190 miles per hour at the moment. By braking hard down to first gear here, and through this section now you can see how clumsy these cars are through that bus stop moment. Eggy Jaguar behind is still rocking a 4-second penalty, and they're almost 29 seconds away. Wow, this race is really spread out, because P1 is 28 seconds away and the car behind me is 29 seconds away. So oh dear me, that is kind of unusual to have such a split in a race. And I made it. They didn't make it though, and they didn't get a penalty either. So the stewards are very lenient today and very forgiving. That's all I can say. We are not going to make a move. I'm going to brake early, and I don't want to climb into the back of them. Give them a little bit of space. I'm not looking to make a move, but I want them to be made aware I'm right behind them. We're actually beating our better lap time here by 4 tenths at the moment, so we might be able to get into the 209s here. Fingers crossed, I guess. Ooh, getting very close up to the car up in front, and let's try to see if we can make a move up the inside there. I'm going to start applying a bit of pressure, getting into a situation, but not forcing it. Just going to stick my nose into places and just applying that pressure really, and that's all I want to do is apply pressure, force a mistake. As you can see, mistakes are working though, because they take that corner very wide. We were side by side, and I just didn't have the rotation I needed to make that corner work. For this corner, I want to get onto the pad on the left hand side. There we go, right up behind them. They get on the power ever so slightly before me, but the slipstream is going to be to our advantage. Going side by side almost through this back fast section. It's going to be very, very dicey. They have a little bit quicker car than I do. Oh, I forget the turn. Oh dear me, that's going to be a penalty, isn't it? No, it's not. No, it's not. Absolutely insane. How on earth I got away with that, I do not know. We are about to start lap 8, and I think this is where we can make a move. I know they take this corner quite wide, so hopefully we can get a switcheroo involved in this. Breaking it down to first gear, turning in, there we go, power, 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 go on, go, you can do it, go, 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 out the other side, in front of that car. Now, this is where things are going to get interesting. My best corner, the one I excel so well at, I made it, again. Oh, that is insane, and just pure luck. The car in front is rocking at 6.9 second penalty. Wow. Right, I'm going to go with the defensive line here. We're braking down to second gear, turning in side by side to the car on the left, and Ahmed backs out. Fair enough. Do you know what? We're having a brilliant battle, me and Ahmed. It's a brilliant race for just two of us. Do you know what? Sometimes you don't always have to win. You just have to find someone that you can race with that you're very comfortable to be around, and it just provides incredible racing. So Ahmed, if you ever see this video, mate, thanks ever so much. Well, we are having a great old blast. Coming down here, we are actually cutting that grass a little bit too much, and it's costing me a little bit of speed, but we are 1 second away from Ahmed behind. Hopefully we can maintain that as we're coming through this section here. Tires are looking good, everything is absolutely spot on. Here comes the next corner, kissing that curb on the right. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh dear me, seriously. Oh, thankfully we haven't lost too much. 1.2 seconds, that's all I've got to find. 1.2 seconds, you could do it, he says with hope. Oh, I can't believe I butchered that. Do you know what? It's very rare that I'd usually do fall off in that corner, and then I saw it coming and I just froze instead of reacting to compensate for it. I just looked at it going, ah, seriously. Moving on. 1.4 seconds away from Ahmed. Final lap now. We've got to try and make or break this. It's got to be done. We can't let them win. We're through here now. They took it a bit wide, but they're getting better at it. 1 second away. We found 4 attempts in one corner, and I'm sure we could find a few more in this next sections up ahead. Provided I don't butcher this up. Come on, you could do it, Flash. There we go. Beautifully done. Absolutely work of art. When you needed it most, you managed it. Oh dear me, 0.3 seconds away, and they have a 0.3 second penalty. Oh, he couldn't get any luckier, could we? No way on this earth. Right, now we just got to go for that overtake as well, because 0.3 seconds in these cars is not a lot. It sounds like a lot, but it really isn't. It is a case of coming out of a corner quicker than somebody else. Okay, they're defending. What are we going to do? Where can we make this move? It's going to be something risky. It's got to be. We've got to get it done. Okay, go. Shall we go up the inside here? Come on, power, 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 power. I thought they was going to cut me off, and they didn't. They were probably, the radar kicked in a bit late for them, but they did move over, give space after I backed out. So credit where credit's due, Ahmed. Thanks ever so much. But I think this is going to be where we're going to make it. We're going to get onto that outer pad. No, come on. This is, got to get it done. Got to get it done. Come on, car. You could do it. All tires are on minor wear. Oh, it's going to be interesting. And I think that Porsche is still a little bit faster than myself. Okay, I'm going to hang it in. Go, turn, 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 turn. Didn't turn as much as I hoped. Are we going to get a penalty for that? No, that means we are in luck. Neither did Ahmed get a penalty for going wide there. Ever so lucky, both of us. Through the bus stop, out the other side, we have gained that position. We're in P7 at the end of this race. Absolutely insane. And again, thank you ever so much, Ahmed, for an absolute brilliant race. And it was fair on both sides. Wow, there's a lot of people quit. The car up in front had a 10.65 seconds worth of penalties. And there's a person has been DQ'd as well. TRL car guy. Yeah, can't be much of a car guy if you manage to get yourself DQ'd from a race. Thank you all for watching.